Blackburn's last appearance in an FA Cup semi-final was back in 1960 when they beat Sheffield Wednesday at Main Road. The Blackburn fans have waited an awful long time to see their team back in the last four of the competition. For Arsenal fans, it's almost an annual reoccurrence. So let's take a check on the two lineups for today's game, starting with Arsenal, the favourites. No Sol Campbell or Thierry Henry, who are struggling to be fit in the closing stages of the season. Arsenal, though, do recall two players, Dennis Bergkamp and Freddie Ljungberg, who has twice scored here in FA Cup finals. He replaces Cesc Fabregas. In Henry's absence, it's Bergkamp up front and Jose Antonio Reyes. He gets a chance to lead the attack. He announced his arrival in English football a year ago when he scored twice against Chelsea to enable Arsenal to reach the quarter-finals. No surprises from Blackburn Rovers boss Mark Hughes returning to his homeland. Robbie Savage, the Welsh international, still hasn't sufficiently recovered from a groin injury to play today, but he is on the substitutes bench. Rovers have tightened up their midfield and defence by having a holding midfield player, Dominic McQuaina, the South African international, and just a sole striker, Paul Dickoff, who began his career with Arsenal. He scored the winning goal in round 6 against another of his former clubs, Leicester City. Blackburn's last win against Arsenal came in March 2003 at Ewood Park in a league game. They've often had the Indian sign over the North London club, and they're hoping for another big surprise here today. These two sides have met before in an FA Cup semi-final, but it was before my time. It was the 1928 FA Cup semi-final when Blackburn won 1-0 and went on to lift the cup. Certainly the feeling is if Blackburn can win today, a solitary goal would settle it, and the thought is perhaps that goal could well come from a set piece or possibly a penalty. Arsenal certainly have the more experienced side, they have the firepower, but they are without Thierry Henry, who's chipped in with another 30 goals in his time in this competition. The South African international who's brought so much stability to this Blackburn Rovers side, Dominic McQuaina. Since he joined the club, Blackburn have lost just 4 times in 3 months. His presence is key to Blackburn's success today. He will babysit the defence. No Robbie Savage, remember. Gary Flitcroft keeps his place in the Blackburn Rovers side. Two managers, Arsene Wenger and Mark Hughes, no strangers, either of these men, to this stadium. It's Blackburn Rovers who get the FA Cup semi-final underway against Arsenal in their traditional blue and white half shirts. Arsenal appearing in their 25th FA Cup semi-final today, and they're bidding to reach their 19th FA Cup final. Robert Pires, who scored a FA Cup winning goal here in this stadium. Pires. Senderos sends the ball spinning forward. Jose Antonio Reyes with 10 goals this season. Plays up front with Bergkamp. It's Lucas Neal to take the throw in here for Blackburn. Dickoff under pressure from Senderos. Vieira has it. Picks out Lauren. Ljungberg makes a run ahead of him, but that's going to be an easy ball for Brad Friedel. Brad Friedel, who was man of the match for his performance in this stadium in the 2002 League Cup final. Looks like Ryan Nelson's keeping a close eye on Dennis Bergkamp. Friedel with the clearance. Jens Pedersen with a flick on, away by Kolo Touré. Gilberto Silva. Perez, and already Blackburn are trying to harry Arsenal out of their stride. And they've won the ball here with Thompson. An early ball forward towards Dickoff, and Sendros with a really important touch on there to his goalkeeper. Dickoff, the terrier at the sharp end of the Blackburn Rovers attack. Dickoff called offside, but this is typical Blackburn Rovers, harrying their opponents out of their stride. Arsenal will try and impose their cultured passing game on Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn Rovers will do quite the opposite. They will be the spoilers to Arsenal's magnificent game. Senderos. Two Blackburn players collide. Reed manages to scoop the ball away. Perez. Bergkamp calling for it. Look how many blue and white shirts are around the ball in that last third of the field. Lucas Neal turns it forward. Dickoff. Flitcroft's ball wide to Gams Pedersen is a disappointing one. Blackburn once again caught offside. Morten Gams Pedersen says this game is the biggest of his career so far. Now, was there an obstruction on the far side? Certainly Reyes thought so. Steve down there, our match official. On the far side had a pretty good view of that one. No free kick. Senderos. Ashley Cole to his left. Picks out Perez. Reyes. Ljungberg. Reed. Dickoff is the only player forward for Blackburn. He's going to be in for a very, very tiring afternoon. Thompson. Caught by Vieira. David Thompson, who has had his injury problems since joining Blackburn Rovers. Needed surgery to cure a knee problem. So what can Blackburn cook up here? Jens Lehmann anxiously on his goal line, sorting out his defensive wall. Some distance, but this is where Blackburn feel they have a chance. Morten Gams Pedersen lining himself up for this one. And he's hooked the ball harmlessly over the top. And you see the derision from the Arsenal fans as that one left his boot. A little bit too close to goal for Morten Gams Pedersen. Got the ball over the wall but couldn't get it down quickly enough. Has been a season of transition for Blackburn Rovers. It began with Graham Souness in charge of the club. Since then, Mark Hughes has come and done a terrific job making sure Blackburn Rovers are not involved in a relegation dogfight at the foot of the table, and he's taken Blackburn to an FA Cup semi-final. Bergkamp. Gilberto Silva. At the moment, Blackburn looking very comfortable indeed. Morten Gams Pedersen. Dickoff is offside by some distance, but the ball is dispatched onto the upright, and Dickoff looks inquiringly at the referee's assistant, suggesting he was onside, and that slow motion replay suggests the referee's assistant got it wrong. He was onside here. This is Lucas Neal. Out by Ashley Cole. Dispossessed by Thompson. Certainly Arsenal do not look comfortable in these opening stages. Ashley Cole has gone to ground here. Free kick goes Arsenal's way. Ashley Cole, who's been involved in a highly publicised meeting with Chelsea Football Club, suggesting a possible transfer in the summer. The incident has been referred rather to the Premiership. Bergkamp is going to chase on here. Nelson got it clear. Away by Lucas Neal. One for Dickoff to chase again. It's Dickoff against Senderos. Dickoff, that really is his stock in trade. Final ball towards Reid was very disappointing indeed. There's certainly an air of concern down on that Arsenal bench because Blackburn have settled quickly into their harrying style. Arsenal haven't really imposed themselves on the game, and Pat Rice and Arsene Wenger have some thinking to do. Mark Hughes has set out his game plan, and it appears to me at least it's working. Mokoena, the South African international. Cole stumbled and had to improvise. Senderos. Two mistakes by Arsenal players, Cole and then Senderos, as Blackburn move onto the front foot here. Neal, Mokoena, Pires. Dominic Matteo, the former Scotland international. Morton Gams-Pedersen. Stephen Reid, the Republic of Ireland international. Oh, that's a tough call. Vieira seemed to win the ball, and that's what he's saying to the referee. Stephen Reid was challenging for it there. In fact, he didn't win the ball, he just hooked away the legs of the Irish international. So it's Stephen Reid and Morton Gams-Pedersen standing over the football here. And what has been a bright opening 10 minutes for Blackburn. It's 77 years since Blackburn last lifted the trophy. They've waited a long time, and they are plotting here to upset the favourites. Favourites to win today, anyway. Morton Gams-Pedersen. Reid took a deflection, well held by Jens Lehmann. Well-struck free kick. Seemed to come off Freddie Ljungberg. That must have made it even more difficult for the German goalkeeper of Arsenal. Most of the noise you can hear now is coming from the Arsenal fans. They outnumber their Blackburn counterparts, probably 2-1. One or two cynics were suggesting that if Blackburn were to reach the FA Cup final, they might send back some of that allocation of tickets, but I'm sure that wouldn't be the case. And really, the early kick-off time here in Cardiff has a lot to do with the fact that Blackburn fans simply couldn't get here. And they would have had to make an overnight visit with the attendant costs to be here for this match. Lucas Neal. Mokoena. Mokoena again. Thompson. Mattia. It's Blackburn playing the cultured football here. Dickoff wins the throw. Dickoff on the losing side by 4-0 the only time he's played in this stadium. Scotland met Wales. Mathieu, Morton Gabs Pedersen. Disappointing ball gifted to Kolo Toure. It's worth pointing out that although Arsenal are the favourites, the FA Cup always brings a dash of the unexpected to any football match. Lauren. Gilberto Silva picking out Senderos, and here's Ashley Cole, the England left back. Pires. Pires claiming he was fouled here by Lucas Neal. And Neal claiming that Pires kicked out at him. Some bumping and bruising here. Both players really guilty of pushing and shoving each other. Pires, Vieira, free kick to Arsenal. Vieira wants to take the free kick quickly, and he was prevented from doing so. Vieira. Lauren. Bergkamp. Stumbled, and Arsenal have a free kick in a really dangerous position. Free kick given away by Mokoena. And all the big guns move forward here for the Gunners. Bergkamp to take the free kick. Senderos is forward. Bergkamp away by Dominic Mathieu. It seemed to strike one of his own players. The ball thumped up to the halfway line and retrieved by Ashley Cole. Pires. Vieira. Met by Mokoena, and here's Mathieu. Reed's pass. Mathieu helping it back to his goalkeeper, Brad Friedel. Well, we predicted it might be very tight, and that's certainly the case in the opening quarter of an hour of this game. Neither side able to get a foothold, neither goalkeeper having to make any sort of save, apart from that low free kick, well held by Jens Lehmann. Morton Gams Pedersen is ready to launch a ball long, I suspect. It's a good one as well, headed clear though by Vieira. Arsenal take the free kick quickly, but a little bit too quickly for the referee's liking. Arsene Wenger certainly thought the advantage should have been with the Arsenal. Senderos. I think it's quite clear this match is not going to produce 4 or 5 goals. This will be tight and niggly and contentious, and there could well be a rash of yellow cards before the day's done. Senderos, Gilberto Silva, Reyes, Pires. Just look at the Blackburn defence. No wonder it's so difficult for Arsenal to find a way through. Mokoena. Lucas Neal. 60-yard pass to try pick out Morton Gamps Pedersen. This is Vieira. Toure. Wide to Reyes. It's a good touch by Reyes. Couldn't pick out Lundberg, but Lundberg has it now. Toure. Lauren. This is Sanders. If you've just joined us, this is the FA Cup semi-final from Cardiff's Millennium Stadium. Arsenal in the red and white against Blackburn Rovers. The winners return to this stadium next month for the final to play either Manchester United or Newcastle, who meet here tomorrow. Lundberg. Gilberto Silva. Reyes. Perez. Once again, Blackburn is sturdy in the tackle. Reed seemed to be barged off the ball. Blackburn were looking for a free kick. Vieira. Neat 1-2, and Vieira drives forward here for Arsenal. Vieira, it's Bergkamp. Bergkamp with a chip. And headed acrobatically away by Dominic Matteo. First time Arsenal have cut loose. Stylish move. Ball chipped up pretty well there by Bergkamp, looking for Reyes. Corner kick here to the Arsenal. Reyes with a corner. Cleared by the Blackburn defence. Dickoff has lost the ball. Lauren tries to turn it in. Gets it wide here. Reyes. And it all ends in a goal kick to Blackburn Rovers. First time that really Blackburn have been squeezed effectively by that cut and thrust Arsenal attack. Paul Dickoff will argue in an empty room. He really is such a combative character, but in the press interviews he's been giving throughout the week, has underlined his desire to sign off on a high note. This could be his last chance of winning a medal, but Blackburn are through here, and Thompson seemed to hesitate when he had the Arsenal goal at his mercy. Vieira. Freddie Lundberg. This is Reyes. Reyes for Arsenal, tackled superbly by Dominic Matteo. Lauren. Reyes. Bergkamp dropping deep now for Arsenal. Cole. Bergkamp, who's played in a few FA Cup semi-finals in his time. Arsenal had 60% of the possession to Blackburn's 40. But to be honest, haven't done an awful lot with it. And we're going to have the first yellow card here. It's for Gary Flitcroft. Gary Flitcroft almost left this club when Graham Souness was in charge. Had a big falling out with the manager. Here's the instant once again. And Gary Flitcroft has left his calling card. Vieira's took a really big whack on his knee here. Bit of a captain's talk going on here as Patrick Vieira is patched up by Gary Lewin, the Arsenal physio. So we've reached the midway point of the first half. Very, very tight in this FA Cup semi-final, just as you'd expect. Robbie Savage is content only with a place on the subs bench today. No stranger to this stadium. The Welsh international is now retired from international football. There has been a slight disagreement between himself and the new Welsh manager, John Toshak. Toure to take the free kick. Senderos, Toure. Typical of Blackburn's game, just not letting Arsenal settle on the ball. Vieira's now back on the field. And here's Philip Senderos. Remember, Arsenal without Sol Campbell today, without Thierry Henry, two players who would automatically command a first-team place. Dominic Matteo strongly in the challenge on Freddie Lundberg. Free kick to Arsenal. Lundberg, Toure. So far, this football match, to my reckoning, has produced 2 attempts on goal. And both have been by Blackburn Rovers. One a free kick, which was struck high and wide. The other, another free kick, struck low and accurately. Kolo Toure. Vieira. Perez. Vieira. Blackburn's work ethic is paying off so far. They've restricted Arsenal to just one significant attack when Bergkamp chipped the ball in, looking for Reyes. And that's about it. Matteo to take the throw. Dickoff. Dickoff offside once again. Bone is the referee's assistant. This time I think he got it right. Dickoff was just maybe half a yard offside, but the one where he struck the upright, he was clearly onside. Mark Clattenburg having a word here with Arsene Wenger. He's clearly unhappy about something. In terms of how to play a counter-attacking defensive game, this is just textbook stuff from Blackburn Rovers. Arsenal have been shackled for 26 minutes of this game. Cole. Bergkamp. Vieira. When you squeeze your opponents like that, they're bound to make unforced errors, and that's exactly what happened there. Going Arsenal. Not sure the ball ever entered play. Freddie Ljungberg, I think that's gone out, and it has now. This is not going to count because the referee's brought play all the way back. Blackburn's form going into this game is good. They've only lost one of their last 9 games. They don't win many, but they don't lose many either. This is Arsenal's last chance for silverware this season. Currently second in the Premiership. They have a massive game in midweek when they play Chelsea. Chelsea could have the Premiership title wrapped up by next weekend. They only need 2 more victories, of course. Any other season, Arsenal's form would have been good enough to take them pretty close to the title, but Chelsea have just had that extra 10%. Arsenal have already won here in this stadium this season, winning the Community Shield. The traditional curtain raiser to the new Premiership season. They'll beat Manchester United here and looked awesome that day. Mokwena. Nelson. Todd. Reed. Lucas Neal. Has Perez for company, and he's won a throw with Ashley Cole. Neal takes a throw. Reed. Perez. Could be a break on here. Vieira. Reyes. Reyes for Arsenal. Driven straight at Brad Friedel. Never really managed to angle the shot either side of the giant goalkeeper. One for Dickoff to chase. Dickoff's turned his marker. Morton Gabs Pedersen. For such a diminutive striker, Dickoff wins all sorts of duels that perhaps strikers of his height simply wouldn't. Mathieu. It's going to be a goal kick. This will be the last season that Cardiff's Millennium Stadium will host the FA Cup final. All things being equal, New Wembley will be ready in time for next season's FA Cup final. Todd. Thompson. Vieira trying to shake off the attentions of Thompson. And if we're going to get another yellow card, the answer is yes. David Thompson had about 3 or 4 attempts to kick over Patrick Vieira then. Got him eventually. Both yellow cards have been shown to Blackburn Rovers players so far. Gary Flitcroft and now David Thompson. Ashley Cole, low trajectory free kick, easily dealt with by the Blackburn defence. Picked up here by Kolo Toure. Gams Pedersen in danger of being shown a yellow card himself for that trip on Freddie Lundberg. Launches the ball into the stands, but it's actually gone out and come back in again. Blackburn have committed 12 fouls to Arsenal's 4. Imagine that number of fouls by Blackburn will rise significantly throughout this game. This could be a long football match, going all the way through extra time and possibly penalties. It's very, very tight. Gams Pedersen did really well to control that ball. Gams Pedersen again. An acrobatic clearance. And here's Freddie Lundberg. Vieira. Bergkamp. Normally his execution of those long passes is very impressive. So there, just wonder if Vieira is feeling the full effects of two really big tackles by Flitcroft and Thompson, which both resulted in yellow cards for the Blackburn players. Arsenal do have Cesc Fabregas waiting in the wing should Patrick Vieira be injured and unable to impose his giant stature on this football match. Here is Vieira. Picks out his countryman, Robert Pires. Vieira again. Bergkamp. Arsenal look menacing here. Bergkamp with a cross. Met perfectly by Andy Todd. And since Mark Hughes has come to this football club, Andy Todd really has grown in stature into a very fine Premiership player. Stephen Reid now. Lucas Neal caught offside, the Australian right back. Wasn't a lot in it. I think the decision was a right one there. Men have been caught offside 5 times. Arsenal yet to be caught. Perez. Reid. Options to his right here. The weight of the pass was not particularly good. Thompson has it. Flitcroft. Lucas Neal joins the attack. Mokoena. Mokoena again. Hacks it forward. And Blackburn are called offside for a 6th time. Seems to be a bit of a incident there involving Vieira and Mokoena. Resulted in Mokoena almost giving the ball away, but Blackburn just about won it back. So less than 10 minutes to go to half-time. Nearer 9, in fact. Bergkamp in towards Reyes, who's gone down. In fairness, he never appealed for a spot kick. Here's the incident again. You can see Andy Todd put his arm across the shoulder there of Reyes, which could have got Todd in a little bit of hot water. Full marks to Reyes. He didn't make a song or dance about it. Free kick to Blackburn Rovers in this early football match. The referee's assistant Ralph Byrne has his flag raised here, so the award is of a free kick now to Arsenal. Kolo Toure. Lundberg. Aaron. Ashley Cole. Pires. Pires again. Bergkamp, lovely turn by Bergkamp. Reyes, fabulous save. Pires following up, can't turn the ball in. What a chance there for Arsenal. The first time they've broken through. Ashley Cole. Brad Friedel, the hero here in 2002 in the League Cup final, has produced a huge save for Blackburn Rovers. I wonder how important that save will be when the day is done here. Nelson. Mokwena. Put out by Lauren. Well, full marks to this chap. What a ball here by Bergkamp. Reyes denied, Pires denied, a double save. This really should have been 1-0 to the Arsenal. A familiar cry. Well, our coverage is being seen in the USA. I'm sure they're very proud of their goalkeeper, Brad Friedel. He has been the leading actor perhaps so far in this rather drab drama. That was a fantastic piece of goalkeeping, and what a turn there by Dennis Bergkamp to set up that chance for Reyes. Vieira collided with Todd. Vieira's stayed down again. Already had some running repairs twice in this game. Is that though? This is Freddie Lundberg, and there's a foul by Dominic Netti. Lundberg saying, how many times do I have to be fouled before you show a yellow card? And that's exactly Arsene Wenger's sentiments. In footballing parlance, Arsenal are getting a good kicking here. Kolo Touré. Reyes, that's a well-weighted pass. Lundberg is waiting on the edge of the penalty area, if they can pick him out. Reyes over-egged the pudding. We're inside the final 5 minutes of this first half of the first FA Cup semi-final played this weekend in Cardiff. Thompson is on a yellow card. I think this is a final warning from the referee, Steve Dunn. And however Blackburn are defending, and they are defending magnificently with 10 men, it would be a very different story indeed. Some more pressure on that Blackburn goal. Bergkamp takes his free kick. Friedel comes and punches it clear. Pires. Pires again. It's Vieira. Chipped in here towards Kolo Touré. 1-0 to the Arsenal, and it's Robert Pires. Kolo Touré was the architect of that goal, and Robert Pires, who's already scored an FA Cup winning goal here in 2003, gives Arsenal the lead. Pires began the move. Vieira chipped it in. Kolo Touré slammed it back across the face of goal, and it was a simple tap in for the Frenchman. of the least expected architects of an Arsenal goal, Kolo Touré, their central defender, has provided the assist for Robert Pires. And Blackburn's defensive game plan is ripped to shreds. And Senderos goes flying. That is pure frustration, I think, by Andy Todd. Senderos rather bravely tries to get to his feet, unsuccessfully. In fact, it was Dickoff who followed through. I think that's a yellow card at least for Dickoff. If it's worse than a yellow card, Blackburn are in deep, deep trouble. Ralph Byrne in consultation here with Steve Dunn. Ralph Byrne had a pretty good view of that one. And the referee decides to take no further action. Rather surprisingly, you can hear the Arsenal fans booing that decision. It's vital here for Blackburn just to get to half-time with the scoreline still at 1-0 and have 11 men on the pitch. Perhaps more importantly, here's Pires. Neil, rather ironically, it was just before half-time when Arsenal scored in the last meeting of these two sides at Ewood Park, and Arsenal went on to win that game by 1-0. They say Antonio Reyes supplied the knockout punch that day. I wonder if Pires has already supplied it today. Foul on Stephen Reid by Gilberto Silva. And you can see the Arsenal's frustration here, because what seemed to be a fairly innocuous foul here by Gilberto Silva has been punished by a yellow card. And then Paul Dickoff about 3 minutes ago almost cut Philippe Senderos in two and escaped punishment. Curiouser and curiouser. 2 minutes of stoppage time being played by the referee. I think Kolo Touré has been cautioned for saying something to the referee as well. Away by Philippe Senderos. Arsenal break here. I think Mark Hughes will be keen to get his players into the dressing room at half-time and sit down at the blackboard and think out plan B, because plan A almost works, but not quite. Blackburn's fierce desire to keep Arsenal away from their goal lasted for 42 minutes. It's Ashley Cole. Pires, Vieira and Bergkamp. Well, the referee has decided to bring play back here and not allow the advantage. And he already has a yellow card waiting. And it was Mokoena who provided the deliberate trip. Yellow card number 3 for Blackburn Rovers. Mokoena joins colleagues Flitcroft and Thompson in the referee's notebook. Shortly after this free kick is taken, will be the half-time whistle. Arsenal have beaten Blackburn twice this season in Premiership meetings. And Arsenal beat Blackburn at Highbury in August. It set a new record for the number of unbeaten league games for the London club. They reached 43. Is this another significant milestone for Arsenal in the meeting with Blackburn Rovers? It's Bergkamp here who stands over the ball. A bit of pushing and shoving going on just behind the wall involving Ashley Cole and Lucas Neal. Bergkamp, Kolo Touré ready to hit it. It's a great block. More than 3 minutes of stoppage time. The player who got in the way there was Ryan Nelson, the New Zealand international. Advantage Arsenal at half-time. Goal scored by Robert Pires.
Half-time score.
There have been very few chances in this game. Brad Friedel has produced two marvellous stops to deny Arsenal, but he could do nothing with that simple tap-in set up here by Kolo Touré. And Blackburn have a new game plan to work out in the dressing room at half-time. So the half-time score in this FA Cup semi-final from Cardiff's Millennium Stadium is Arsenal 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. So some rather ponderous faces down at the Blackburn end. Blackburn Rovers a goal down to Arsenal at half-time. There's John Stead. I wonder if he'll be called into the action at some stage of this game. Certainly Blackburn need to increase their firepower. And I wonder if Mark Hughes will just give it another 15 minutes to see if things change around before he makes the requisite changes. There's substitutions at half-time. There's a man who set up the Arsenal goal. Arsenal get the second half of the FA Cup semi-final underway. A goal up at the interval. Blackburn Rovers, who largely defensive mode for most of that first half, have to change their game plan. Otherwise they'll be heading home, and Arsenal will be returning here next month for the FA Cup final. Gary Flitcroft offside. Ashley Cole. Pires. Stand back towards Cole, but Blackburn have won it back. This is Stephen Reid, player who sustained a broken foot in the pre-season game against Preston North End. Dominic Mattia. Flitcroft picks out Dickoff. Dickoff back to Mattia. And Dickoff again. Took a dangerous ricochet then off Lauren, and well caught by Jens Lehmann, who's been a vengeful spectator so far. Jens Lehmann, who really has made no secret of the fact he wants to be Germany's first choice goalkeeper at next summer's World Cup finals. He has a certain Oliver Kahn ahead of him in the queue. Senderos. Bergkamp. Lauren. Remember, a second Arsenal goal now would surely kill off this tie. That really is what Blackburn have to guard against. At the same time, continue to put the Arsenal defence under pressure. Pedersen to take a long throw here for Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn have only managed 2 attempts on goal so far. What can they do here? Pedersen with a long throw. Mathieu was up there. Arsenal happy to slam the ball forward towards Reyes, who's beaten in the air. Mokoena tidies up now for Blackburn. Lucas Neal under pressure from Reyes. Once again, Blackburn are offside. We understand there is likely to be a substitution very shortly. And it could be Freddie Lundberg who's coming off. More on that in a moment. It's a peculiar time to make a substitution, just after the half-time interval. I can only think that Lundberg has tried to run off an injury and he's been unsuccessful. That's a great touch by David Thompson. Thompson's cross, really disappointing header. Dickoff might have done a lot better than against his former club. First real sign of urgency here by Blackburn Rovers. Dickoff couldn't have wanted a better cross. And indeed, Freddie Lundberg is off here. Lundberg, who's just come back from a hip injury, and he is replaced by Francesc Fabregas. You can see his pain there, obviously, and the shake of the finger suggesting he knew immediately his hip wasn't right, and he's off. Mokoena, neatly done by Blackburn Rovers. They need to be neat going forward as well as in defensive mode. Brett Emerton appears to be coming on here for Blackburn. He will replace Gary Flitcroft. Another very early substitution at the start of the second half. I can only suggest that is because Arsenal have made a change. Gary Flitcroft is likely to be substituted here if this is where Blackburn do make the change. Indeed it is. 4-4-2 is the change of direction from Mark Hughes, is quite clear from the coaching staff. I think Morten Gamst Pedersen will play at front. So Blackburn have changed their style. Will it bring a change of fortunes? Mokoena will push forward into midfield. I think Morten Gamst Pedersen will now play alongside Dickoff, and Emerton will try and get in down the right-hand side. Emerton can play on the left as well, but he really is a right-sided player. Just looking at his position on the field now, it is on the left-hand side. Ashley Cole to take the throw. Perez. Cesc Fabregas. Fabulous save again by Brad Friedel. This time denying Gilberto. Gilberto Silva, who scored here against Manchester United in the Community Shield, almost scores a second Arsenal goal, which would have signalled their progression to the FA Cup final. Corner kick to Arsenal, who are pressing Blackburn here. It's only the second corner kick of the game, and Arsenal have won them both. Reyes. Free header at the far post by Gilberto Silva. And there was some pushing going on in the middle by Kolo Touré. Free kick to Blackburn. The marking here by Blackburn wasn't clever, was it? Arsenal still lead by that solitary goal scored by Robert Pires just before half-time. Vieira, Pires, Ashley Cole. It's a little bit more of an open game now, and for the neutral, that's certainly a good thing. Fabregas, Bergkamp. Get out by Brett Emerton. Emerton caught here by Fabregas. And although he's just come on and peels from his teammates, that was his first foul. He's going to get a yellow card nonetheless. Just clipping the foot there of Brett Emerton, the Australian international. Free kick to Blackburn. Real waste as well. Goodness me. Ryan Nelson. Emerton. Mokoena. Kolo Touré leaves it to Lara. And Fabregas with a cross. It's not a particularly good one. It's taken by Brad Friedel. Fabregas hailed one of the most exciting young players to come out of Highbury this season. Dickoff has been penalised again for grabbing hold of Philip Senderos. It remains that rough and tumble game, but certainly there's a little bit more space now, and that just might benefit Arsenal more than Blackburn. Ashley Cole in towards Vieira. Bergkamp tries to stay onside, trying to feed the ball back to Ashley Cole. Andy Todd has some company, doesn't he? And relinquishes the ball here to Patrick Vieira. Pires. Pires again. That's a fine ball. Reyes. Fabregas. Great block. Arsenal pressing for a knockout punch here. Brett Emerton picks up the baton for Blackburn Rovers. It's a real cut and thrust about this football match now. Great ball into Reyes. Fabregas' shot blocked by Dominic Matteo. Pires stumbles into one challenge. Blackburn win it back. That's a great ball in towards Paul Dickoff. Dickoff stumbles. No appeals by Dickoff for a free kick or a penalty or anything like that. Vieira. Pires. Reyes, caught by Lucas Neal, who accuses him of diving. Reyes seemed to dive very, very late indeed. And another yellow card here. Just wonder if there was contact between the two players. Well, I think knee met knee. It was not inconsequential, but enough to bring Reyes down. And there's plenty of pushing and shoving going on in the middle. Free kick to Arsenal. Bergkamp takes it, and well held by Brad Friedel. Arsenal have looked dangerous in the last 10 minutes. They seem to be intent on trying to kill off Blackburn Rovers with a second goal here. And the change of tactic by Blackburn Rovers has eased up the logjam in midfield, and Arsenal are enjoying themselves, stroking the ball around in the bright Cardiff sunshine. Senderos, Pires, Reyes. And just for the moment, Blackburn can't get hold of the ball. You can see now why Arsenal are such a good passing team. It is exhausting when you haven't got the ball, just chasing and chasing and chasing. And that's all Blackburn can do at the moment. Maybe 40 passes now Arsenal have put together. Arsenal score at the end of this move, it will be one of the greatest goals ever scored in an FA Cup competition. The only player who hasn't touched the ball in this move is the goalkeeper. Blackburn need to be reintroduced to the football. You can see it does not please Mark Hughes one little bit. He's had a look at the watch. We've had an hour. Is it time to call up another substitute? They need some fire in their bellies, this Blackburn team. And who better than Robbie Savage to be thrown into the fray? It's Reid here for Blackburn. He went to ground, he was just nudged off the ball in his shooting stride. Reyes beaten off the ball. It's like Nelson. Emerton. Reid. Thompson. Mokoena. Reid. Good football here by Blackburn. Brett Emerton. And Lehman does well to hang on to that one. Arguably Blackburn's best attack of the second half, and Lehman imploring his defence just to stay tight here. It's Blackburn's turn to see a lot of the ball, and before the free kick is taken, enter the Welsh Dragon, Robbie Savage. David Thompson comes off. Robbie Savage has been sidelined with a groin injury. Is now on. Robbie Savage sent off here, playing for Wales against Northern Ireland last September. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he sees a yellow card before too long, as he tries to instill some fighting spirit into this Blackburn team. Now, was there a penalty here? Patrick Vieira had a bit of a sly look over towards the referee when he made the challenge. I think there was a lot of contact, to be honest myself. Gilberto Silva with a wayward pass. Ryan Nelson. Dickoff, that's a fine turn. Easy catch for Jens Lehmann. Dominic Mathieu. Gilberto Silva. Robbie Savage trying to win the ball, but does so illegally. Only one route left for Mark Hughes now, if he wants to make a change, would be to bring on Big John Stead, their beanpole striker, who's only scored once this season. And I imagine he'll reserve that option for the last 10 or 15 minutes of the game. This second half has belonged to Arsenal. Lucas Neal strikes it forward. Once again, Steve Dunn is about to show another yellow card. This time for Ashley Cole, kicking the ball away, trying to waste time. It remains 1-0 to Arsenal, who are on course for another FA Cup final. Dominic Mathieu with a throw. Flicked on by Morton Gamps Pedersen. And here's Emerton. Lehman should get there first. And he claims he's been caught there by the Blackburn man, Brett Emerton. It's always threatening to boil over this football match. just think it's the determination and momentum of Rhett Emerton that's taken him to a collision with the Arsenal goalkeeper. Jens Lehmann has always got plenty to say for himself. Appears to be okay. It's going to be a bruising encounter here for Arsenal, but they won't mind as long as they progress to next month's final. They've got an even more intimidating game, arguably, in terms of a league fixture on Wednesday when they go to Stamford Bridge. Dickoff. He's done everything right there, Paul Dickoff. Corner kick to Blackburn. The experts predicted if Blackburn were to find a goal in this semi-final, it might come from a set piece. Andy Todd has come forward. Ryan Nelson is forward as well in Blackburn's cause. Robbie Savage to take the corner kick. Dealt with by Vieira. Picked up here by Brett Emerton. Matteo. Away by Kolo Toure. And the throw-in goes Arsenal's way. Matteo slightly unlucky there, but Bergkamp, the sly fox, knew what he was doing. Robbie Savage has left his mark here on Cesc Fabregas. You didn't think I was being cynical when I suggested Robbie Savage could see a yellow card soon after coming on as a sub. That's a yellow card offence. Steve Dennis decided not to show a yellow card to Robbie Savage, who's very lucky, and Fabregas is okay to carry on, but he certainly feels there should have been a caution there. Pires and Reyes. And Reyes goes tumbling. As Todd tried to defend that loose ball inside his own penalty area. Reyes has been a particular thorn to Blackburn Rovers throughout this game, and he's given away a free kick. Dickoff. Blackburn won't mind that one little bit. They've got a platform here to attack Arsenal. Andy Todd moves forward threateningly. Neil, Savage. Lehmann comes, not a particularly convincing punch by Lehmann. Reid in towards Savage. In fact, it was Pedersen who went to ground and was giving the ball away to Pires. What a tussle there between Reid and Pires. Blackburn will not be out-muscled in this FA Cup semi-final. It really is is one slog of a game. Everton. Matia. Nelson. Is this to be a third win by Arsenal over Blackburn this season? Dickoff. A bloodied mouth. Does he have a free kick? So Arsenal are pushed back again here by Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn just beginning to win a spate of free kicks and corner kicks now as they seek an equalising goal. There's a hefty cry for a free kick then. There's the two central defenders, Todd and Nelson, chased after this one. Nobody was really impeded. Two Aussies and a New Zealander in the Blackburn Rovers team now. I have to go back through quite a few record books to find the last time that happened in an FA Cup semi-final in England. Beaten in the air by Vieira. Here's Savage. Ball surely out. But you can hardly call this match a spectacle. But in terms of commitment by these two teams, we're right at the upper echelon. Arsenal have been in pretty mean mood of late. Just one goal conceded in their last 7 games. And that was a goal by Norwich in a match they won by 4 goals to 1. It's going to be mighty tough for Blackburn to break down Arsenal, who seem to have, just for the moment, an impenetrable defence. Bergkamp, whistle's gone. Vesky, to the Blackburn coaching staff, former Chelsea goalkeeper, former Welsh international as well. I imagine he played with Mark Hughes at Chelsea, and he needs Vesky. Savage getting involved, McQuaina. Fabregas. Fabulous tackle. Morton Gamps Pettis. Dickoff tries to stay onside. Really is an awful waste for Blackburn, who managed to find a way forward, and Dominic Mathieu offers his apologies to his teammates. Maybe Blackburn always felt that they'd have to take Arsenal all the way to the 90-minute mark at 0-0 to have a chance of winning this one. They're pressing forward here with Brett Emerton, though. Emerton trying to pick out Morton Gams Pedersen. McQuaina picks it up here for Blackburn. Reid. Nelson. Senderos should get there first. Oh, he's been dispossessed, but the throw-in goes Arsenal's way. Certainly been a very physical game. A waspish Paul Dickoff, who's made a real nuisance of himself. Goal of the game came from the boot. Robert Pires provided a competent finish to a cross by Kelder Toure. There's only been 9 attempts at goal by these two teams in the entire match so far. Only 6 have been on target.
Thank you.
Fabregas nudges the ball here to Lauren. Bergkamp. Emerton. Arsenal's measured short passing has been a feature this second half. Fabregas. Oh, he's just turned the ball on. I think Friedel got a touch to that one. Good run here by Cesc Fabregas. Just toe poked the ball goalwards. Did the giant USA goalkeeper get a touch on it? I thought he did. Last 10 minutes of the FA Cup semi-final. You suspect that Blackburn need a new face to blow a draft onto the campfire here. It could well be Arsenal, though, who make the next change in this match. Van Persie is ready to come on. Can Arsenal find a goal which would surely signal their progression through to the final? Reyes. Certainly thought there was a free kick in his direction. Dickoff combative to the last, spitting his venom out towards the Arsenal player. Bergkamp, who could well be substituted shortly, about to take this free kick. Bergkamp flicks on dangerously. That is not going to count, even had it gone in. Friedel produced a marvellous save. But Arsenal were offside here. Gilberto Silva drove the ball straight at Friedel. Exit Dennis Bergkamp. And the non-flying Dutchman replaced by a flying Dutchman, Robin van Persie.
For Blackburn Rovers, player number 22, is replaced by player number 9, Jonathan Stead.
So Robin van Persie on for the last 8 minutes, but Blackburn too have made a switch of their own. And just as I predicted, John Stead, their tall striker, will come on here to replace fullback Dominic Matteo. John Stead scored his first goal in 10 months when he scored the winner against Everton at the start of March at Goodison. He would be the hero of the club if he were to rescue the club now. Sendros. Fabregas. Ball towards Reyes. That's a tiny ball. In towards John Stead, who's just come on. He's won a corner. Put those summer holidays on hold. The Arsenal fans think they're coming back in May. Blackburn, who've never held anything back in this football game, now try seek an equalising goal. Savage drives it in. The whistle has gone. It's going to be a free kick now to Arsenal inside their own penalty area.
Today's attendance is 52,077.
Official attendance here, 52,077. Interestingly, those asking for this game to be played at Villa Park, well, 52,077 wouldn't fit inside Villa Park. Emerton, Stead. Brett Emerton now for Blackburn. Arsenal, who are so adept at defending a narrow lead, are doing just that here. The brutal reality of the difference between Arsenal and Blackburn is evident here. Robin van Persie, Fabregas. Stead beaten in the air. Vieira won that duel. Lauren. Remember, if there was a late goal here for Blackburn, we'd head for extra time. Arsenal trying to lock the back door and throw away the key. Possession will do it here for Arsenal. Another goal would do very nicely indeed. They are going to the FA Cup final. It's Robin van Persie. They can book their return visit here in May. It is all over. Lovely turn by Van Persie, spinning away from his marker, and the coolest of finishes. And the player who scored in round 3 against Stoke has come up with an even bigger goal here for Arsenal. Arsenal are on their way to their 19th FA Cup final. fabulous turn away from Neil. Reid, downward header by Stephen Reid, almost brings relief for Blackburn, but surely now it's all over, bar the shouting. 2-0 to Arsenal. And Arsenal, who've almost forgotten what it's like to concede a goal, have this comfortable advantage. And there's the man who supplied it. Percy, the young pretender to Dennis Bergkamp, has managed to provide Arsenal with a goal. No surprises when I tell you the voices you can hear now belong to the Arsenal fans. Morton, Gams, Pedersen. Blackburn will fight all the way, but surely their cause is a hopeless one now. Arsene Wenger, who's taken Arsenal to 7 semi-finals in the last 9 years, and who has only ever lost 4 FA Cup ties in his time in charge, continues his love affair with this competition. Arsenal, who won the Cup in 2002 and 2003, are heading back to Cardiff, and they could have a 3-goal advantage. Cesc Fabregas denied by Brad Friedel. Referee got in the way. Mokwena. That has summed up Blackburn's day. Reyes will come off.
Arsenal, player number 9, Antonio Reyes.
And it's Jeremy Aliadier who'll come on for the last couple of minutes. Arsene Wenger has managed to unearth some great young talent now. Robin van Persie and Jose Antonio Reyes. Aliadier, all part of the next generation of Arsenal player. Their future might not lie at Highbury. Next season will be their last at their famous ground before they move to Ashburton Grove, but some of these young talented stars could carry on Arsenal's success for many years to come. And here's Pires, it's Van Persie! Oh! Simply stunning. He might have taken a whack in the face, but that was a punch right to the nose of Blackburn Rovers.
Goal for Arsenal by player number 11, Robin van Persie.
Pires provided the scoring pass. And look at that by Van Persie. And then just collided with Andy Todd accidentally. That's why he's taken a whack in his face. He was turning away to celebrate. Glorious finish by Van Persie before he was clipped in the face. Todd claiming his innocence. And this looks rather serious, as Van Persie needs a fair bit of treatment here. Todd just says, I didn't see him. 3-0 to Arsenal. Oh, just looking at that slow motion replay again, it doesn't look so innocent, does it? Just wondering whether the Arsenal medical staff think he might have broken a bone in his face. Robin Van Persie has scored his 8th goal of the season. And Andy Todd really could be in deep water when the Football Association review that incident. Looks like Arsenal will play the remainder of the game with 10 men because they've made their 3 changes. Well, going to matter very little indeed in terms of the result anyway. Lauren. Finalists in 2001, 2002, 2003 and now 2005. Arsenal are back in the FA Cup final and they're coming back to Cardiff next month. The game soured at its death by that incident involving Andy Todd. But 2 goals by Robin Van Persie in the closing stages have killed off Blackburn Rovers, and Arsenal's quest for silverware is still alive and well. At least Robin Van Persie can smile, as can Arsene Wenger. The fans will make a return journey here next month. The Gooners are coming back to play either Manchester United or Newcastle, who play here tomorrow. The final score from Cardiff's Millennium Stadium in the FA Cup semi-final. A convincing win for the Gunners. Arsenal 3, Blackburn Rovers 0.